Okay, so let's beginning from this one. This one, all right? So similarly like what are we doing? So can you guys find the answers? Let's spend some time here. Okay, so firstly, we can use the same procedure as what are we doing right now. Say x plus 2, you can transfer into possibly became positive 7 or negative 7. Bradley, what's your question? All right, so it's possibly became positive 7 or negative 7, right? So x actually is, well, a positive 7 minus 2. The negative 7 also minus 2. So possibly became 5 or negative 9, right? That's the easy part. That's most easy part for you guys. So x, just like when you take the absolutely off, so inside here can possibly negative 7 or positive 7, right? So when the positive 7 became 5, when it's negative 7 is minus 2 became negative 9. You can also put it back to double check it. The negative 9 plus 2 became negative 7 up to absolute value equals 7, right? 5 plus 2 equals 7. Absolute value definitely equals 7. Okay. All right. So the question is right back. Right now, if we just goes to graphing case, all right, so how can we do that? So actually this one will be switched into y equal x plus 2. You know how to graph in this one? And y equals 7. Right now became like this. So how we graphing this one? How we graphing this one? Do you know how to graph in this one? All right, so let's see here. Let me graphing by this part. So, okay. So it means what? When x greater than negative 2, this part is greater than 0, right? So negative 2 is the point, when x greater than negative 2, greater or equal than negative 2. When x greater than negative 2, the inside this part is greater than 0, right? So this one will be changed into y plus x. Y equal x plus 2, sorry. So when x greater than 2, then negative 2, this inside can be changed into x plus 2, right? When x less than negative 2, this part became negative numbers, right? So it became negative x minus 2. So when we graph this one, we need to split this one into 2 parts. When the x greater than negative 2, this one became x plus 2. X plus 2 is actually like this line, right? When x less than negative 2, this one is negative, so it became here. So this line actually, the cross point, if they cross point here, it means they should be like this. Actually, if you extend this out, but that doesn't exist, extend this out is became 0. The y cross section is 0, negative 2, right? If you extend it out, it became 0, negative 2. This is the y, this is x, and this is 0, right? So, second, what about this line? Y plus 2, y equals 7. Y equals 7. Y equals 7 actually is far above here, right? Y equals 7 is y equals 7. So y equals 7 here and here. So you can find the answers. When you do the graphing, a little bit challenging, but this interesting part is I mean, this one actually can transfer into two graphing, right? Especially right now, you can find the cross point here. So here is what? Right now you say is 9. Here is -9, -9, 7, right? And this is the 5, 7. So the question here is, what's the distance between these two cross points? What's the distance between two cross points? This is 9, 7. I mean, -9, 7. This is 5, 7, right? So the distance between these two is -9, 5. So it became, what's the distance between these two? 5 minus -9, so it became 40, right? So this is extensive part. You maybe don't necessarily to understand right away, but it give you kind of basic idea. All right. Anyone have question to this part?
No.
Yeah, no. Okay. All right. Let's go next one. Let's see this one. How to solve these problems. Bradley is out. Bradley, oh, we can take a break first. Do you guys need to take a break first? 3:38. I'll take a 7 minutes break and come back 3:45. So after that one, we'll move on this part, okay?
Oh, my Wi-Fi broke. That's why
All right, it's okay.
I got disconnected.
Good. Okay. All right, take a 7 minutes break and come back 3:45. So let's see this one. Okay. So this one right now have the both sides have the absolute value. Both sides have absolute value. Right now it's a little bit different than what we learned earlier learning. Right? Both sides have, so how can we do that? Oh my gosh, that's too hard, right? It's too hard. Oh my FG, please, Bradley, come on here. Don't chatting there. Okay, so both sides have the square root. How can we do that? How can we do this one? This one is a little bit different. Okay, right now, just as we say, you can graphing this one. So right now we can how to graphing this one right now. Let's do it together, okay? So see, say, firstly, we say graphing here, x equal +2. So this one actually change into what? X. So it's changed into when x equal -2, it became 0. And this one became right here, we graphing earlier. Say when x greater than -2, right? It became y plus x. Y plus x. So the y-intercept here is 0, 2, right? And x, when x less than -2, here became y equal -x, -2, right? Just like if you take extensive here, you can get a 0, -2. But here don't exist here for our cases. So when graphing this linear line like that, what about right part? Right part actually they are the same. You can write x minus 3, right? X minus 3. X minus 3 actually is right this part, x right this part. Okay. So when x greater than 3, x greater is positive, x plus minus 3 is right here. Right? When x less than 3 is right here. Right? So they have the cross point. What's the cross point? Maybe most people already know that one already. Is what? When you say x plus 2, the inside is the same. Label is the same. 2x equal what? 1. X equal half. You guys can check this one. X can half. Yeah, left part is 2.5, right part is 2.5, right? So they can make sense. So you can, the cross point actually is half. This is 0.5 right here. Because this is the slope is 1, negative 1, slope is negative 1, slope is positive 1, probably positive 1. So they are parallel. These two lines parallel, these two lines parallel. Only these two lines can cross and actually cross here. So let's extend it. Because they are parallel, they didn't have any further cross point, right? So this is one of the methods. This is one of the methods. This is one method. We can use this method, this graphing methods. The second method is we can just like saying. So this is a positive number. This is a positive number. If they are squared, they are still the same, right? Squared. So we can see that when they square, they will change into. Here became 4x plus 4, right? And right side is x squared minus 6x plus 9, right? All right, you got it? So this one can got away because they are the same. So here became 10x equal 5. X also got half. Did you what we got half right now? Yep, we can got a half here as well. All the same. All right, so it's very interesting, huh? So right now we can learn how to graphing. That's most important that we learn how to use the graphing methods to get the answers. Second one, we use the, since this is both sides, it can be, both sides is a positive number or 0. So we can got to make the both sides squared. We can get the answers. So that's two methods we can got it. All right, let's see this part. This one. This absolute value a little bit different because of the left part have the one, have this one. The right part have absolute, but at the same time they have additional one. Additional one. So it means what? So we need to do something different. We use the different methods. Actually, you guys can possibly see my picture here already in the bottom part. Let me pull here quickly out of how to graphing. Okay, let me clear. Let me put a middle here first, make it bigger. All right, so you guys can see when you're graphing X, when you do the graphing methods. So this one actually break it down into here and here, right? So firstly, we see X equal absolutely this part. So when X greater than 3, greater or equal than 3, this one became Y plus, let me write a little bit different area. Okay, the equal, so this is Y equal X minus 3, right? When X less than 3, Y equal negative X plus 3, right? So it's break two pieces. Break two pieces. So you can get here, this part. Here part is when X greater than 3, here became Y equal X minus 3. Only this part. Only this part. We didn't do this part, right? Because this part X is less than 3. We cannot exist. So it's only this part, including this dot. When X less than 3, the inside part became negative. So it need to be switched. Became the opposite, right? opposite is y equal negative x plus 3. So you can get this part. You got this part. This part. All right, so you can graphing here. You can graphing here. This one and this part. So what about right part? Right part became. So you need to split it into two pieces. When x greater than negative 2/3, when x equal negative 3 means this part became positive, right? Positive. So it should be changed into what? Let me say y equal 3x plus 2 minus 1 became 3x plus 1. So x plus 1 actually is right here, 3x plus 1. The y cross section is positive 1. And it will be here. Yeah, so draw this line. And when the when x less than negative 2/3, so y equal negative 3x minus 3. Negative minus 3, so you can graphing actually is this line. So you can see they have the two cross point. They have two answers. Right now we have two answers. There's two cross point, right? So you can get two cross point. So let two, what's the answer of them? What's the answer of them? You can see right here and right here. So this one actually changed into two systems. So you can see this one is the right here. It's y equal 3x plus 1. And what about this one? Y equal negative x plus 3. So you can build this system and get the solutions. And another one is right this line and this line. Okay, let me do it a little bit specifically here for this part first. Y equal 3x plus 1. This one, y equal negative x plus 3. So we'll replace them together, replace the y, use the substitute methods. So you can get here means equal, right, this part, right? So it means 4x equal 2, x equal half. We can check it or not, check it if they are correct or not. Half minus 3 equal 2.5, negative 2.5, absolute became positive 2.5. About right part, half times 3 equal is 3.5, right? Inside here, minus 1 became 2.5. So left equal right, so makes sense. So this answer is correct. So here means half, and y value we can just easily get it. Y got is 2.5, right? We can put it in. So one of the answer is half. What about this one? So this one actually is y equal negative 3x minus 3, and the other one is y equal this line, right? This one is negative x plus 3, right? So you can see, I'm sorry, do I somewhere do wrong? Y equals 3, negative 3x plus 3. Yeah, this is wrong. Negative x, negative x plus 3. See, correct? Looks like somewhere I do wrong. Is y equal negative 3x, I'm sorry, here is minus 3, it's not positive 3, it's minus 3. So we use the substitute methods get here. So it means here equal negative x plus 3. Let's move on with this one. So what do we got? What we got is negative 2x equal 6. So x equal negative 3. Here is negative 3. And when negative 3 here is 6. Y equals 6. So the 2 point. So the other answer is x equal -3. Let's check it. Let's check here. When x equal -3, the left part is -3 minus 3 equals 6. Right? -6, absolute value becomes 6. When -3 replace here, so here is 3 times -3 is -9. -9 plus 2, -7. -7 absolute value became +7. +7 minus 1, you got 6 as well. So that makes sense, right? So x equal -3, and the other is x equal half. I know this one right now became super complicated. Super complicated. All right. Did you guys understand what I'm talking now? Anyone? Okay. Did you guys fall asleep? Anyone fall asleep?
I got it.
Too complicated, right?
We're here.
You're still here, still survive.
Here.
Okay, still survive. Okay, so this is called graphing methods. Graphing methods more straightforward, make you well understanding where is the cross point, you got the answers. And this is the first methods. We can use second methods. All right, let me clear this part first. We can use second methods actually, just like what are we doing right now, is make both sides squared. Why we can do it? Why we can do it? Because we say this part is, the left part is after absolute value will be what? Will be positive number, right? So this part, we need to make it a positive number as well. So make sure inside this part, it should be greater than 1 first. Okay, so both sides is a positive number. So it means at least x plus 2 need a greater equal than 1, okay? So x should be greater or equal than what? This is -1. -1 over 3, all right? So, okay, so both parts can square it. Square. What about right part? This is part -1, square it. Okay, all right. Okay, so when we got it, this part, I'm sorry, this part greater than 1 or 3x plus 2 less than -1. I missed one part. So it means x less than -1, because here is move right part, it became -3, divide 3 became -1, right? Greater than here or less than here, can both make it works, right? So, okay, so here became x squared minus 6x plus 9, right? All right, let's see this part. This part square, all right. 2 times this part. It looks like bigger, it's a little bit more complicated. And this part became 6x squared. I'm sorry, 9x squared. 9x. It became 6, not 6. 2 times 6 times 2 equal 12x, right? Plus 4. All right, so it's a little bit complicated in this case if you go this way, because of there are too many terms need to be combined, and at the same time need to be fixed. So we still need to go this check as well to see which part was make it positive. So it's supposed like x greater than that one will be changed to 6x minus 4 and plus 1. So you can see the combine all of them will be a little bit challenging. It became x squared, -6 is gone, and then left behind still 12x. here became 0, right? And here became -8 equal 0, right? Yeah. So you can got it easy. So you can got it here. You can still can got it. So after get rid of the common denominator became 2x squared plus 3x minus 2 equals 0. So with this one, we will now go back to the quadratic equations. Let me write about here. So here we can become 2x minus 1, right? X plus 2, we can factor it, became 0. Remember, we need to double check, make sure they are correct. Yeah, they are correct. So x equal half, another x equal -2. Remember, when we get this absolute of became here, we say x greater than -1/3. So this part was not greater, than 1/3, -1/3. So this will be taken away. The only answer is this one, right? So you can partially got it here. So if you want to, this part became, take it out, it became positive. That's another one will be, you will get this answer as well. So firstly, earlier what we got two answers, right? One is -3, the other one is half, right? You can also read it from here. If you use the graphing method, it's most easy one. Actually, somewhat easy, but actually when you see earlier what we text the methods, it's not so easy neither. Right? Okay, so let me erase this part right now. Because right now, if we want to second methods, make sure this one less than, we needed to change a little bit. Let me use different color to change here. So when x less than here, when we take this part away, here it became +6x plus 4, right? So let me rewrite this part right now. So it became ax squared, right? We got that one. And this part is 18. 18 plus 6 actually became 24x. What about the rest part? And 9, and here is the 8 plus 1 equal 9. 9 plus 9 equal, I'm sorry, it became 0. This became 9, and his left is 9, it became 0, it became 0. So that would be easy. So it's x, we'll take the 8 off, it became x plus 3 equal 0. So x have two answers. One is equal 0, and x equal -3, right? So they require x should be less than -1. So this one is not correct. So this one is correct, x, right? X equal -3. And we match up, right? We get x -3. The earlier one we say x get half. Both match up. Both match up. So each one is here. So first one we got half, the other one we got -3. So this is also even very complicated with two absolute value. Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. You can do graphing and you can do the both sides square, but both sides square, you need to be very careful. Make sure each time when you get rid of the absolute value, make sure the inside value should be positive or negative. If they are negative, you need to change their opposite became positive. If they are positive, you will keep it as itself. But keep in mind the x should, what the x value. I know you guys may be a little bit confusing. Uh-oh, confusing again. When you're graphing, you are not confusing. When you do the both side square to get rid of the absolute value, you guys confusing right now. I believe you guys confusing. That's definitely confusing. All right, let's do one more example. Maybe it can give you more idea what's going on. Okay. All right. Let's go next one. Let me give more example, give you more ideas. Oh no, I give you. Okay, let's give some back. We'll not try to solve this one, okay? We'll solve this left one first. Okay, actually right now I'll give you more complicated cases, but not try to make yourself too confusing. You can just consider yourself with basic to solve the one you can do. Brian, close the door, Brian. Brian, close the door, Brian. Close the door. Okay, see this one. You don't necessarily make you just like say confusion. Just make yourself know what you know, and then solve what you can solve. Okay, something like these examples. All right, let me get rid of this one first. Okay, so see, this one also has absolute value here. You can see absolute value, this one. So what we can do here is say, we just copy inside. Don't try to make yourself too confusion, you know, just keep it inside, keep it as it is. Right now you can want to get rid of this one. So this value, this inside value should be positive 8 or negative 8, right? You just need to consider about this one first, right? You don't necessarily do anything else. You just need to consider the inside this one as a unit. And I say this is number can be positive 8 or can be negative 8. That's it. So you can get rid of this green absolute value first, right? Right. The inside should be positive 8 or negative 8. That's it. So you consider right now you switch to another kind of pattern, another kind of equation and problem. So you can consider right now you can consider this part as its unit. Don't consider what about what's going on inside. Don't consider what's going on inside. You just copy this part down and do the regular kinds of calculation. Let's say this one should be both sides plus 3, right? So here should be positive 11 or negative 5. See, you can switch what? Both sides plus 3. So here became 11, here became negative 5. So this absolute value can be 11, but the impossible became negative 5, right? So this one definitely no solution if you say absolute value equal negative 5. So this part can be removed, right? It can be removed. So actually this one will be switched into what? Because of this one definitely is greater or equal than 0. It cannot be negative 5. We can remove the negative part away. So the rest behind is became 11. So this is became more simplified cases, right? So we try to remove this absolutely away right now. So this inside should be positive 11 or negative 11, right? Okay, so it's more easy for everyone. So 2x, both sides minus 5, here it became 6 or negative 16, right? All right, let's move right part here. So x can be 3 or negative 8. Both sides divide 2, right? Both sides divide 2. So that's 2 answers. One is 3, one is negative 8. Let's double check it. Let's double check it if they are correct or not. When they equal 3, left part equal 2 times 3 is 6 plus 5, 11, right? 11 minus 3, 8. Absolute became 8. Check, it works. All right, check this part. 2 times -8, -16, -16 plus 5, -11. Absolute -11 in +11. +11 minus 3 equal 8. 8 absolute value equal 8. Makes sense. Those works. All right, you see easy. Anyone have question to this one?
No.
Conway, you see? Enoch? Mason?
Yes.
Did you have question?
No.
All right.
You asked if it was
Yan?
easy.
Yan, is it easy?
No.
I saw someone say confusion in the WeChat, in the chatting area.
How is Conway?
Bradley,
Bradley said it was Bradley said the no.
What?
okay, all right.
I was
Allison, do you confusing? Angela, then two Angela here. Angela J, Angela, Angela, did you confusion? Do you?
It's pretty much good overall, I guess.
Okay, good. Angela, you from Michigan? What about you? Allison? I know Angela I didn't hear you. Grace, what about you?
No questions.
You have questions?
No.
What about Ben? Ben, I didn't hear you making noise right now. Ryan, Conway, you guys have questions, just bring that up, okay? Yeah. All right, looks like everyone have no question. All right, let's solve last question and then end of this one. All right, see the last question, last one, see this one. So if you guys can do this one right now. I know Bradley, you raise your hand, but I didn't see you make noise.
What? What?
What? We need your answers. Did you have questions?
Oh, sorry, I was just stretching.
Obviously, you are not listening, huh? Okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Anyone raise you can do this one. All right, let me change these colors right now. Firstly, this one is the first one is the red, and second one is the blue is right here. The third one, let me use the pink and change the pink here. And the last one is keep it as the dark blue, okay? All right, so let's begin here. All right, so here make it become 0. How we make the X results? All right, so firstly, we want to get a red absolute of. So inside should be, this part should be 0, right? So this part became 0. So it means this part became 0. Okay, let me do one by one step. Each one, make sure I can understand. X minus 1, all right? I make this a little bit darker when we do absolute value. Okay, so minus 1, a little bit darker. Minus 1, I know how many 3. Okay, so this is absolute value. So became 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So here need to be became minus 1. So here became 1, right? All right. So if we want to get the least part of this piece became what? This piece need to become, I get a list of, I just wipe list off, all right? So here became positive 1 or negative 1, okay? All right, it's easy right now. Okay, this one, all right. All right, need to be listen carefully. So when right now, when we move this part to the right, so it needs plus 1, right? plus 1. Okay, let me circle another. So it means this part. So it's let me circle, let me back a little bit. Let me back a bit. Maybe this part equal what? Equal 2 or 0, right? Because of here plus 1 became 2. Here became 0, right? Okay, let me, so this one is break it down relative to two different things. This one should be equal to or minus 1 equals 0, right? That will be easy. By now it became much easier one. Okay, so we do this one separately. One part is here, another part is right here, right? So let's see this part first. See left part first. Left part. So here is x minus 1, absolute value minus 1 equal positive 2 or negative 2, right? And both sides plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So it's possibly became 3 or negative 1. Oh man. So here became 0. So this part became negative 1 is impossible, right? So we can get this part off. So it means this part only can equal 3. So x minus 1 absolute value equal 3. So it means x minus 1 equal positive 3 or negative 3. So x can equal, oh no, I cannot write here to bottom. So x equal 4 or negative 2, right? So that's two answers here. We got it here. What about this part? This part means x minus 1. We got equals 1. It means x minus 1 equal positive 1 or negative 1. So both sides plus 1. So equal 2 or 0. So that's 4 answers, all right? So 4 answers. 4, 2, negative 2, 0. We have 4 answers of them. All right. Go home, check these 4 answers if they are correct or not, and we will check next week. That's all for today. So if you have questions, I will send this out one more time as your homework. I need you guys check it, do it, and practice your brain. All right. That's all for today. See you next week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Questions,
Thank you.
continue.
Bye.
All right.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Bye.
Bye-bye.